So a big swing in the African war just occurred over the break. Russia was separatist, as well as Persia was called in. So now, visually speaking at least, this is what the war looks like. I had no idea that Mombasa got called into the war. That was not separately, right? Yes. So I don't know when the Egyptians got involved, but this war just changed dynamically again, because now Persia's involved, but Mombasa could pose a very big threat to the Gaban forces out here in the east, because there is a very, very small front next to. I guess, what is this lake called? I should know this. Ooh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pronounce that one. Lake, nope, not gonna try it, but I will try to keep that in mind for the future. Anyways, yeah, so this is just drastically changed. And again, there is like this kind of ticking force that you have to worry about with the Americans out here in sub-Saharan Africa. So right now they have. They've got a good sizable force at the moment. It looked like they were kind of reinforcing off of the eastern coast here. Yeah, they had to have, because there are way more troops out here in whatever province this is beforehand. So we'll have to kind of view. Ooh, there's also some troops off the tip of Florida. Oh my goodness. But I don't see the American fleet. Oh, maybe that's it. And they've got 65 troops, it looks like. But I don't know where they're going to drop it off at. They might drop it off straight on the coast, because Gaban has no forces protecting their empire. This is not good. Now, obviously, because Norway is already in and Persia is involved in the war, this part of Egypt is going to get absolutely wrecked, which I don't know. Oh, did Egypt take back Cairo? Yes, they did. They unoccupied Cairo. The whole Darfur separatist thing, I mean, luckily for Naples, nothing has occurred from that just yet. Where are the Naples forces at? Maybe have they been fighting the Americans? That would be a big deal. That would be very bad if they have been. Not 100% about that. Here comes Mombasa. Mombasa just got out of war with, I think, one of the Portuguese colonies, so they grabbed even more territory than in the past. They've also just completely sort of shattered kind of the Portuguese colonial empire. It's not it wasn't a part of Portugal anymore, but you know what I mean. They were all independent. They were all friends. Now they're just scattered all over the place. I mean, really, it's easy pickings for all sorts of colonies. Technically, Belgium, Zimbabwe is still they still have to get their independence, which they might. So what's their liberty desire at? 100%. They might at some point. South Africa might pick away at Portuguese Angola, Mozambique, stuff like that. But we will see. Ooh, so Mombasa wants this for themselves, and now they're giving their occupations to Egypt. Gaban's trying their best to kick the Americans out, but they just can't. And yes, they did. They just dropped a huge force off. What's the war score at? It is at 9. Jeez. Oh yeah, and we have a new war between revolutionary France and Italy. So we'll see how that goes. It looks like it's going to be pretty one-sided. I don't know why they declared that. Revolutionary France should be able to handle this quite nicely. And Russia just needs to. Russia didn't lose any lands, I don't believe, then at least from their first war. So they didn't lose anything their second time around. Belgium is coming back out of Russian territory, so we might see Belgium send these over towards the front. Oh, they grabbed Cairo again. See, the big lifesaver here. Ooh, Shun versus Ching. The big kind of. I don't know. I don't even know if I can make a. Is a doll involved? Oh my gosh. When did a doll get involved now? Dang. Well, we knew that Gaban was involved, right? Or with the war. Is this a separate war? These aren't separate wars, right? No. These are not separate wars at all. So these are still these two African powers calling in more and more friends. The thing, though, is that American front. That American, these forces are gonna be the death of this war. They will single-handedly be the death of this war. So either the Persians and the Norwegians and the Adals, I don't know if that's how you would say people from Adal, but they need to, work together. Oh, they pieced out. Oh my goodness, they won the war. They got so lucky. So what did they take? They took 6 provinces. Very, very cool. Did Persia take anything from this? It looks like they did. It looks like they ate up about 2 provinces. So good for them. Very, very good for them. Wow, that was a really cool war. That was a very, very, very cool war. And yes, Gaban has solidified their victory, I think, in Africa, right there. I don't think there's anything else that's going to occur. Again, we're going to go to, I know I've been saying 2015. That's because I started this series in 2015. I wanted to go to, the exact day. that this video was released. I don't think we're going to do the exact day, but we are going to do like January 2016. So there will be another year in there, just in case anyone was wondering. So we'll see. But anyways, I do think that, yeah, they've solidified their victory here in Africa. Because the thing is, so this is how I'm going to do it. We're looking at, I know that I said that, it could be anybody. And yeah, that's true. Right now, you would think that maybe I would give the Americans the victory in Africa, but it depends on what you have, what provinces you have in that continent. Because most of the American power comes from North America, that I can't count that part. I've just got to count this part here. And obviously Gabon has won. Definitely. I mean, Egypt doesn't have much power anyway. South Africa's doing good, but they needed to be a lot better. So Gabon will probably win Africa, as long, short of some crazy things happening. Norway, I might try to do the same thing in terms of Russia. I might need to go into what I might do is go into Russia, force a release of nations out here in Siberia, just along the line of the European Asian, kind of divide, and then see how much. But we'll see. I don't know exactly. I don't exactly know. All I know is that I actually don't think we're gonna see anybody pick right again. In the previous present day EU4 battle, we had 2 people pick right. And I'm pretty sure we're going to see that as well, especially because Peru won in South America. That was, and Gabon, Gabon they didn't even exist until how long? 10 videos into the series. So it's unlikely. Most people got Australia right, though. Actually, no, not technically. Some people called the British because I didn't. I think I called the British, didn't I? I don't remember. I thought the British would be able to hold on to all their colonies, but the British don't even really exist anymore. They do, just out here on separate islands. But yes. Oh, Greece versus Georgia. Okay, Shun is winning their war against Qing, and Min is back at war against Zhao. Is that Zhao? Okay, let's look at this. Let's look at the visuals here. Greece called in a lot of their troops against Georgia. So, actually, are you sure this is the Greeks that want this? This is an imperialist war? How are they going to take this? Oh, because they share the Eastern Black Sea province, sea tile here. I was going to say, wait a second, they don't actually border. Their cores don't actually border over here, just south of the Caucasus Mountains, but I guess they do. So Qing has been in a pretty bad situation this entire campaign, and things are only going to get worse, I believe, as Shun probably takes over. I'm guessing half of their provinces or something like that. I mean, what kind of war was it? We've got Peru versus Brazil. Ooh, small increments. They're gonna eat this up very quickly. Yep, they've already got a 62 stack there, so they're gonna eat up these 3 provinces. Brazil will no longer be in the campaign. Remember, Prussia and the Netherlands still exist here in South America. But that is about it. Whatever happened to those Darfur separatists? They're still here. And I don't know if they're going to move. That was one of the craziest parts about that massive war. That was insane. What happened to... Italy's almost dead. Revolutionary France just grabbed, I think, 2 provinces. Actually, no, a little bit more. Yeah, they grabbed quite a bit. I think Bern has been under Austria's control for quite a long time now. I'm waiting for Norway to declare war on revolutionary France. I would like to see them kind of continue to push forward in Western Europe. That would be pretty interesting. The thing is, though, I don't know why France and Prussia never allied. I know they don't like each other, and that's part of the reason. Part of the problem was that they were, France was revolutionary, so a lot of nations don't like revolutionary other nations because that upsets their own population, their base. It messes with them and stuff like that. I don't know the actual mechanic. What's it called? But I know that it definitely something happens. I totally lost for words right now. But that's why a lot of the nations don't like revolutionary France. I don't think I like that very much in this timeline. I know there was a few people also that had mentioned that they really didn't like that France was revolutionary because I think didn't we start the campaign in 1836 or something like that? I don't know, but yeah, I would have liked to have seen just a regular France. That way, not everybody hated them. That way, they were able to get up some alliances besides Serbia, Hamburg, smaller nations. Because Prussia, France would have been an awesome alliance to have seen. It's been nice to have seen them take on Austria and their massive alliances. I guess their alliances aren't that big. Belgium was forced to annul that. I mean, Austria did lose quite a bit of their friends, though. No longer allied to Egypt or Belgium. So it's not like insane as it was before. I mean, it was crazy previously. Yarkand versus Qing. Oh, we might see the end of Qing because now everyone's starting to pile on, I'm guessing. Shun is still involved in the war. Where is Yarkand at? Oh, Yarkand is very small. But, I mean, they could still, obviously, we might see Japan join in. No one's allied to Qing, right? See, that's the problem. So maybe Japan will try to eat away at a few more of these provinces. Boom! Shun just divided Qing into Qing Mongolia and Qing. And that is actually very good for Yarkand because I don't think there's any reinforcements over here on this side. Obviously, Shun's not going to allow for... there's one. There's one troop this way. I'm surprised that Russia was never the one to kind of deal the final blow. It's really shocking. I thought they would. Oh, look at the Spanish Pacific. So they ended up kicking, I don't know if it was Spain or Portugal in one of these, in the final two provinces here, but Spanish Pacific looked pretty cool. Pretty cool little nation. Not much has gone on in the Papua New Guinea Indonesian region, but it's still kind of cool to see this island united under one name. The Netherlands were able to keep their own holdings because I guess it never turned into a colony, which is honestly for the best. We might want to think about that. I don't know if there's a mod. Like, colonial nations in the New World are, I think, absolutely essential. The problem is the colonial nations in... Well, there was no colonial nations in India, was there, at the start of the campaign? It was British Bengal. I don't know. There's a few problems with this start in the timeline. Like I said, the British were not very strong. They lost everything. Revolutionary France, I didn't like that because it kind of screwed them for the rest of the campaign. But that was about it. I think I would have enjoyed to see a little bit bigger of a struggle that the USA would have faced. They seem to have handled their North American rivals quite easily. I thought it'd be a little bit more. I mean, it was interesting. Don't get me wrong. It got very interesting for a time, especially when Russia was still strong and they had this colony on the West Coast. That made things pretty interesting. But I think that there's a few things I would have liked differently. I thought the campaign would have gone a little bit more differently. Not saying I really enjoyed it. I mean, I really, really enjoyed the Victorian era start. I was actually super excited for it, though. I will say I was like really hyped for it because I thought it was going to be the best thing ever compared to the present day mod. It was pretty good. It was a slow start, though. I will say that. Very slow start because of... and that was because of all the colonies. And I'm going to need to keep that in mind for future AI-only battles. With all those colonies, they will eventually get independences. They're going to just continue to declare their independence until they actually break free. And I get that. It makes sense that, one would do that sort of thing because there are like no colonies now, modern day. But it really slowed down the campaign in the beginning. Once all the colonies were gone and all of them had become independent, that's when things got really fun. All the wars became just insane, as well as a lot of nations were consolidated under one power. Peru just ate up Brazil. Yep, and that was a big deal too. So what's going on here? Cuba and Haiti, and Peru is involved. So if Peru decides to send over troops, that might make things very interesting. Also, did America send everything back to North America? Not everything. There's still a 60 stack, but that might be because their navy's taken a long time. So. And Peru, luckily for them, Peru has been distracted. Peru's been distracted with the Brazilian War, as well as now they're pretty distracted with this war. However, Haiti and Peru both have the stronger navy, which might make a difference. Cuba's forces, though, are pretty strong. They've got a lot of forces, so if they make a landing, they might have to take a huge penalty, a huge crossing penalty for making a landing like that. Anything interesting? Yarkand is dominating their war against Qing. I can see that. And who are these two nations still allied to? Pretty much the same alliances as we've seen before in the past. Gabon also the same way. Norway, Belgium, Greece, Persia, Adal. How about Russia? Oh, Russia. Wow. That's right. Well, actually, that's right. Because for a second there, remember we saw like Russia had like no alliances, and then they turned into like all these alliances. Don't really know how that happened, but it did occur. Boom, Yarkhan I think just peaced out with Qing Outer Mongolia. Oh wow, I had no idea that was also I guess an adjective that that Paradox would include for some empires. Outer Mongolia. That's crazy. Oops, Shun Revolutionaries have appeared. So I think I'm going to kind of progress the campaign until another war starts up. Nothing really is happening right now, so I will push forward. USA at... Oh my goodness. Perfect. Perfect. So the USA just declared this war. Oh my gosh. Holy crap. So, boom. This is a perfect time to ask you guys in the comment section who will win. Yes, I apologize. I'm ending on a cliffhanger. I know you guys hate that, but I really like it because I love asking. This is all I want to do. The entire EU4 campaign is to end on a really big war like this, so I can get you guys and your guys' predictions in the comment section for tomorrow when we come back. So let me know who you think is going to win. Peru and all their alliances. Let's go ahead and look at it. Or the USA. So the Peru called in Austria, Naples, and I believe, is that it? There's more involved, but those are the big ones. Oh, Haiti is involved, and the Netherlands. But the Netherlands, you know, they don't really have anything, so it's just Belgium that's kind of here anymore. I mean, the Netherlands are around, but they won't, you know, make that much of a difference. Now, Peru's involved in a war, and they might have even a few troops inside. No, they don't have anything in Cuba, so they'll probably just peace out Cuba, give them whatever they want, and focus on the American war. Remember, the Americans are still left in sub-Saharan Africa. Maybe they meant to do that so they could go after Naples. Is Naples ready for just the 60 stack? I don't know, because remember, they've got an awesome general. Oh, there's no general here just yet. But anyways, yeah, let me know in the comment section below who you think is going to win, and we will come back tomorrow for the war we have all been waiting for.